on subscription as a service is a lot more affordable than if you have to pay a license from the start. An example, during the pandemic, having to pay front up on a huge legacy LMS system, for instance, is maybe people don't have the funding for it.
Using SaaS technology, that is SaaS technology. Now it's a strangely old concept, and it's coming back in the trends. Now SaaS seems to have taken on a massive, unprecedented growth now. So how sustainable do you think this growth is post the pandemic?
I think it's super sustainable. I think a lot of people, especially in the pandemic, subscription as a service or software based on subscription as a service is a lot more affordable than if you have to pay a license from the start. An example, during the pandemic, having to pay front up on a huge legacy LMS system, for instance, is maybe people don't have the funding for it. Where with subscription as a service, the monthly level is much lower. So I think it's coming. It's come to stay. We tried. There are some subscription as a service, at least in Denmark, where you're lured into software and you can't get rid of it again. And we've kind of decided that we don't want to make software that we can't vouch for, so we make it relatively easy to sign out, and you only pay for the active users that you use, literally, because it shouldn't be a trap that you're lured into with a never-ending possibility to get out. So, but I think it's come to stay, because literally it's much less expensive than buying licenses upfront, and especially for the smaller companies. And that's one of the things that we've decided to target with our platform, or with our e-learning platform, because there are so many bigger companies that are super expensive and they make very complex systems, and you have to start out with reading a book with PDF explanations of how to do stuff. And what we kind of believe is, okay, but what you don't need to be an expert. If you can film the knowledge that you want to transfer, you can do it to either your customers or your employees or your sales partners, and then relatively easy, you can make sure that they have the stories to tell in the other end. And that's why we do subscription as a service. That, on the other hand, also means that people have to move into, for instance, a platform like ours by themselves. There's we support, of course, but people have to try it out themselves first. And the reason for this is, if we do our job well, then the platform should be so easy that people can actually onboard without having to talk to us. And that also means that they can sign up and sign off exactly like they want to. Yes, no problem at all. We're cloud-based, of course, Amazon cloud-based. So which means that we can scale to any size depending on people's needs. And then we have a responsive platform that we've built ourselves on Angular. And unfortunately, I'm not the tech super proficiency here. But there's quite a lot of other things that we use, but it's basically on Angular.